Hey guys, today I'm playing the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney trilogy game. You know, the one with all three Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney games. I'm worried that my microphone will be catching the stupid audio. So my voice might be very, very quiet. Well, I've already gotten everything set up, so without a further ado, let's begin. Play this game. The first turnabout. Yes, play this. Yes, play the first turnabout. Damn it! Why me? I can't get caught. Not like this! I've gotta find someone to pin this on. Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did it. August 3rd, 9:47 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Boy, am I nervous. Right! Hey, Chief. I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I gotta say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you, and your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case? Yes. Actually, I kinda owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help out in any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over! My life, everything, it's all over! Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, it's him. Death! Despair! Ugh! I'm gonna do it! I'm gonna die! It sounds like he wants to die. Yeah. Nick! Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell him I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What? What's wrong, Larry? It's all over. I'm finished. Finished. I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me. Who took my baby away? Who's responsible for your girlfriend's death? Newspapers say it was you. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts. My best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. I might be dyslexic, I don't know. And that I own one, which is why I took the case. Clear his name. And that's just what I'm gonna do. August 3rd, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 2. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For time's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Yes, Your Honor. Hands shaking, eyesight fading. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. Larry Butts. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor. Penix is the defense attorney. Mia is his helper, and Larry is the defendant. Okay, just keep your wits about you, you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name? I know this one. Go ahead and read the case report covered so many times. It's... Uh-oh. No, wait, I forgot. Drawing total blank here. Penix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name? The victim, of course, I know the victim's name. I just forgot, temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Just press tab to check at any time, okay? You mean this tab? Cause of death, loss of blood due to blood trauma, 7:31, 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Cindy's autopsy report. Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you. Mr. Wright, who is the victim in this case? Mafe? Cinderblock or Cindy Stone. Said the victim was Cindy. Dyslexic, I think. The victim's name is Cindy Stone. Correct. Now, tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was hit with a blunt object. She was struck once by a blunt object. Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Well then. First, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne? Yes, Your Honor? As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was? The murder weapon was the statue of the thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim. Let's see. The court accepts into evidence. Statue added to the court record. Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. The evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Use tab to check the court record frequently. Okay. Statue in the shape of the thinker. Statue in the shape of the thinker. It's rather heavy. Maya Fey, chief attorney at Fey & Co., my boss, and a very good defense attorney. Larry Butts, the defendant in this case, a likable guy who was my friend since grade school. Cindy Stone, the victim in this case, a model. She lived in an apartment by herself. Quentin Payne, the prosecutor for this case, lacks presence, generally bad at getting his points across. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness. The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand. Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Oh, Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. Ahem. Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Hey, watch it, buddy! We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Antony. Did they all die? I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me. Ever. What's it to you anyway? Mr. Butts, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies, all of it lies. I don't believe a word of it. Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. Passport added to the court record. Victim apparently arrived home from Paris on 7:30 the day before the murder. I'll remember that. Indeed. She appears to have returned the day before the murder. Oh, really, Sherlock? Sorry. I need sleep. Dude, no way. The victim was a model, but it did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies. Daddies? Sugar? Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude! You can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Prostitute. Right. I don't think you wanted to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I? I'm going to wait and see what happens. Better not to get involved in this one. Well, Mr. Butts. Dude, no way! That's cheating, she-dog! That's cheating, she-dog! I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead! Yeah, when I'm here in the afterlife, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this! Let's continue with the trial, shall we? I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone. Yes, quite. Oh boy, this is not looking good. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Well, did you or did you not? Well, maybe I did, maybe I didn't. You freaking idiot! Oh, he won. What do we do? If I stop him from answering, that'll just make me sound as suspicious. end of a signal. Tell the truth. Yeah, I was there. I went. I'm there. Order! Well, Mr. Bucks, dude, chill. She wasn't home, man, so, like, I didn't see her. Objection! Your Honor, the defendant is lying. Lying? The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Bucks is lying. Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness? The man who found the victim's body. Just before making the gruesome discovery, he saw the defendant leaving the scene of the crime. Order! Order in the court! Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness. Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Solid to the stand. Or like Frank did it. Mr. Solid, you sell newspaper subscriptions. Is this correct? Oh yes. Newspapers, yes. Mr. Solid, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. Witness testimony. Witness's account. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed and frightened and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in the apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who I was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there. Why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against the testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building. Are phones supposed to work during a blackout? Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sawat used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your refusal. Like a record added to the court record. Electricity to Miss Stone's building was out from noon to 6 p.m. on the day of the crime. Noon to 6. Got it. Now, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor? Alright, Wright. This is it, the real deal. What am I supposed to do? Why, you exposed lies in the testimony the witness just gave. Lies? What? He was lying? Your client is innocent, right? That witness was lied in his testimony. Breaking the oath. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? You hold the keys in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. There is a contradiction. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay. Okay. Open the court record with tab, then point out contradictions in the testimony. Cross-examination. Alright. Probably gonna be an hour long, but hey. Which of these is ever not an hour long? Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman not moving, dead. I already read all this. Exactly 1 p.m. Hold it. 1 p.m. Are you certain? Yes, absolutely. She seems really confident. 1 p.m.? Right. Doesn't that seem strange to you? Present some evidence to contradict him. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. E. Objection. You found the body at 1 p.m. You're sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. How many times we do? For certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at some time after 4 p.m. There's no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? It's not a 3-hour gap. Objection! This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time. After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Solid, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? Gee, that's a really good question. Great job, right? Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out the contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and your whole story falls apart. Wait, I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again? The time of discovery. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. It was always the same time. It was probably coming from the television. Contradict. It was 3 hours off, wasn't it? Because the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. That's what I thought was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. I see. There's a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Right! You know what to do. I got this one. television but not radio? Well, no, I guess it might have been radio. Incidentally, there was no radio on the premises. There was only one large television. Right! I can't put my finger on it, but something about this seems fishy. Something about hearing the television. Witnesses testified he heard the time. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Boing, 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 boing. And present. Hold it right there. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television or a video. The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Saw It? More like Mr. Did It. I find it quite puzzling myself, quite. Yeah. Wait, I remember now. Mr. Saw It. The court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That and you seem rather distraught. When it switches cameras. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Saw It. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. During the time. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it on the victim. That must have been what I saw. Saw a clock? Guess that would explain it. Defense may cross-examine as you wish. Hearing the time. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The murder weapon was a statue. Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was a statue. Is this really what lawyers have to deal with? Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? What? You with your objections and your evidence? Who do you think you are? A defense attorney. Just answer the question, Mr. Saw It. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may. Yes, Mr. Payne? As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. That is a switch. Tilt it, and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies. I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is the clock. Do you have any problems with his testimony now? No. I guess not. The clock on his feet, so no problem. Right! Are you out of your damn mind? That clock doesn't look like a clock at all. The witness couldn't have possibly known it was a clock just by seeing it. So, he never entered the apartment. It was in his testimony. Hey, you're right! Isn't she not? Isn't she ever not? Something the matter? Does the defense have anything to add? Yes, I do. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet, the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Wow. Clearly a contradiction. Huh, indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove it. Prove I went in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you're the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. saw it. The sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. Their voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? I'd say it's pretty based. Just look at the witness's face! Was the witness scared to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? That day, I never. Look, the clock, I heard, no, I meant, I saw. I hate you! It was him, I tell you, I saw him! He killed her, he should burn, give him death! Order! Order in the court, I say! Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims. Mr. Wright. Your Honor, you claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? Case finding on this, after thinking through carefully, Your Honor, the sound Mr. Salt heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply try sounding the clock. Let's sound the clock now, here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? Ask the court to listen very carefully. Beep. I think it's 8:25. That is certainly a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker, after all. So, we heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. Ah!
As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. So this leaves a discrepancy between what Mr. Sawit heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sawit, try to talk your way out of this one. Ha! Forgot one thing. Uh-oh. What's he talking about now? While it may seem like that clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How did he know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. He's right. How are we gonna prove that? Damn it, I was so close. Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim.
Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sawit. I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens! You rip off your toupee? You treat me like a criminal! A criminal! Why not treat you like what you are? You lawyers are all slime! You almost had him! Sorry, Larry. I failed you. Don't... Phoenix? Are you a freaking idiot? Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. Not so fast, Mr. Sawit. Chief. Listen up, right? Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think. But Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. That doesn't mean he can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason, and you'll have your proof. Right? You think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow. Yes, I know the reason. Wait, maybe I can prove it. I must have the evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it. Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim? Of course. There's a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Ha! Tough words. Let's see you pull this one off. Okay, Einstein. Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was running slow. The victim apparently arrived home from Paris on 7:30 the day before the murder. Bing bong! Bing bong! Take that! The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock was 3 hours slow. It was 9 hours fast. The victim had reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Saw It? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? Hey. Order! Order, I say! Sorry for my brother being retarded. Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness? Yeah. He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Give him death. Give Saw It death. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete defense so quickly and find the true culprit at the same time. That's not how defense attorneys work, I don't think. You don't prove somebody's innocent by proving another person guilty. If you're a lawyer and you happen to be watching this, comment whether if you prove somebody innocent, you have to prove somebody else guilty. But the culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty! And with that, this court is adjourned. Turns out that Frank Saw It was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house that day. When he went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Saw It let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Saw It grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find and did her bloody-headed. August 3rd, 2:32 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Still can't believe we won. Right, good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial and not such a satisfying note. I've never seen a chief get this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over! Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Aw, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait, no. I mean bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Wendy's gone. Man, gone forever. Larry, she was a... Nah, never mind. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts, innocent. Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this, ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner, movie, my treat. No, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one that got you off the hook. Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present. A present? For me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Will that make you just want to cry? Larry. Are you so sure? Excuse me? I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me, it's okay. I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? Huh? Oh yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? The statue? The murder object? Take that! Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her. Huh? What about that clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her when she traveled. Whatever, she probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. I hope that made it feel a little better. Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. You never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. Or if you'll smash that like button. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right? Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here's done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner on me? Drinking toast to innocent butts. Yeah! Oh, speaking of Harry, Larry, you were saying part of why he became a lawyer was because of him. Yeah, part at least. You have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks? And so, my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends!" I'm pretty sure he's not gonna pay us. Unless you count the clock he gave me up. I know it then. But that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. My promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise I would be able to keep. The end of Chapter 1. Backspace. Oh. Hello? This is Maya. Hey Maya, it's me. Mia! What's up? You haven't called in a while. Sorry, I've been so busy. How have you been? Well, lonely. It's all your fault. Nah, I'm just teasing. I've been great. Finally getting used to having my own place. That's good to hear. Actually, I'm calling because I have a favor to ask. I know. You want me to hold evidence for you? Sharp as always. There's a lot of buzz about the upcoming trial. Just don't feel safe keeping the evidence here. I gotcha, so what's it this time? It's a clock. Clock? Yeah, it's made to look like the statue of the thinker. And it tells you the time. Thought you might like it. You always like toys. Hey, I'm not a little girl anymore, sis. Now, you know I'm only teasing. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out, sorry. I put some papers inside instead. Papers? Is that the evidence then? Huh, well, there's a possibility that might turn out that way, yes. Can you come by the office tonight, say 9 o'clock to pick it up? I'll be at a pre-trial meeting until then. Okay, sis, but I expect there something good. Like burgers. You could really go for a good burger. Okay, well hit the usual joint. Alright, it's a deal. Okay, sis. See you soon. Yup. I'll be waiting, Maya. Beep. Conversation recorded. September 5th, 9:27 a.m. When do I pause this game? I'm gonna skip this next bit of dialogue until I can pause the game. I'm not playing each level back to back. I'm pressing the escape key. Save. No, back actually. J, title screen. Yes. Alright. That was episode 1 out of many I'm going to do for the Ace Attorney Trilogy Phoenix Wright. Ace Phoenix Wright Attorney Trilogy. So yeah, I just smashed the like button joke, but please, if you actually like me, smash the like button and hit that subscribe button for me. I'll do this series like over the weekend. See you next time.